We'll warn you right now. Things may get a little fucked up and crazy.
What's even worse is I had a kid come in, and I was shitting in the urinal, and he came in, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
But if that's something you're into, then Mikes and Men is the show for you. The boys are going to cover it all without holding back. You're going to laugh, you're going to cry, and you could learn a thing or two. It's Mikes and Men, only on CBW.
Guardian Roadside Solutions is ready to help with your roadside emergencies serving the greater Cleveland area. They have the knowledge and experience to get you back on the move quickly with staff available 24/7 to help with flat tires, tire damage, changes, fuel delivery, vehicle lockouts, dead battery, or new battery installs. If you find yourself or someone you know in this situation, call a Guardian at 440-833-6000.
The applause, but hey, painting my face, do I make you laugh? Have I made you cry? Does it even matter what I do or if I try? What's the fucking point? Is there even one? Don't mean to bring the party down when we're having fun. Our blurs, all designed the same. Did I lose my goddamn mind, or is it just my brain? It hurts to know no one needs you now. The curtains close and take a final bow.
What's up? Jay Remy here, host of No Outlet Live. Are you considering or curious about how you could start your own podcast? Join Anchor. Anchor has everything you need to make a podcast for free. Monetize your podcast, one-click distribution, record from anywhere on the app, and they have unlimited free hosting. Download Anchor on the App Store or Google Play. Anchor, podcasting made easy.
Our loved ones always die in December. I miss the night times that I can't remember. Venom-filled veins and stone-cold sedation. Drugs are amazing and I fucking hate it. Kick the dirt off from your heels, darling. There's hell inside of these eyes. Let's lose ourselves around the cold rings of Saturn tonight. Fade away deep down into the depths. I wanna be swept out to sea. Life can seem like an ill-conceived illusion. There's no solution for some sicknesses. My soul turns to stone and I sink into the abyss. Chasing pipe dreams has its drawbacks. And without you, the world would be a much worse place. And without you, this world would be a much worse place. And without you, this world would be a much worse place. Without you, this world would be a much worse place. Without you.
The hottest DJ.
Buddy Addison's here to make sweet, sweet love to your ears whenever the fuck I feel like it. Tune in to CBW and maybe if you're lucky, I'll be on.
Or just invite me over for a good time.
Are you looking for a place to have custom t-shirts made for your business? Well, we have the place for you. Flathouse Press works with 100% eco-friendly material for all of you conscious folks. They can also put out orders in a fraction of the time large-scale competitors can. They are a fun, locally grown Cleveland original company. Go to flathousepress.com and check out the variety of party toys, headbands, and clothing in their catalog.
Tractor systems are offline.
Number one. Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
No Outlet Live with your favorite host on the North Coast
Jay Remy.
and the ant on a rant, Anthony Miano.
Andrew isn't gonna have to punch you because I will.
No outlet, but I need to charge my phone.
No Outlet Live.
Welcome back. It is a whole nother episode of No Outlet Live, brought to you by FlathousePress.com and Guardian Roadside Solutions. If you're stuck on the side of the road, oh my God, woo! That was. I really thought I had a technical difficulty right there. My computer just froze up for a second. If you're stuck on the side of the road, call a Guardian at 440-833-6000. You can find this show everywhere. You can just really Google it. We're on Spotify, Amazon, all the other stuff. If you want to watch the show, last episode we did not have the video up on Spotify. The episode is too long, but you can watch full episodes on Twitch. They will have the past few episodes on there, but YouTube always has our full episodes no matter what. And if you want to just listen while you're at work or in your car or whatever, you can find us on any of the apps, the iHeartRadio app, the Amazon app, the Apple Music app, all of that fun stuff. We are here with our co-host, Anthony Miano.
The ant on a rant.
The ant on a rant. How has your week been?
Well, it's been another typical week of, going to the country station, trying to promote my book any way I can.
Yeah, we're actually about to get into that a little bit. And then we also got our great friend, Sean Bayhoff. Oh, I got the camera messed up. I'm going to have to move that in a moment here.
Wait a minute, he needs a nickname.
That's Shawnee B. Sean Boy, the master of disaster, the poopy pantser. What is it, Ant?
I don't know, those were lazy ones. We'll think up a better one.
Shanzi. Oh, hold on. Your mic is a little low here.
How's it going, everybody? There we go.
And
Got
then
me, Stony Baloney over here.
we got our boy, Stony Baloney. That's going to be your nickname for today, I guess. Anthony said your name isn't good enough.
What one were you going to give me, Anthony?
Well, I didn't have any ideas.
No
on hand,
ideas?
but just Shawnee B, that's just like, that's offhand. On the other hand, that's probably how Nelly got his stage name.
Shawnee B's not bad because, like I was bringing up earlier, a lot of my family members growing up called me Shawnee Boy, so I like Shawnee B. We could go with that. That's good.
Now I'm thinking of Shoney's, the defunct restaurant.
Shoney's.
They are completely gone, right?
No, they still exist. We need to do a radio station trip out there and go to Shoney's one day and maybe have some food and broadcast from the parking lot. Do you know what Shoney's
I wouldn't
is?
mind that at all. No, I don't know what Shoney's is.
Anthony, can you tell the listeners at home and Jay
I don't
Remy?
remember much about it. I can't even remember having been to one. I just kind of had
It's like an old school Denny's, right?
Yeah, it kind of looks like Denny's. Kind of look like TGI Fridays a little bit.
Shoney's, for the people out there, it's like an old school Denny's. It's kind of that corporate chain.
And didn't they have some kind of smiling animal mascot?
What was that? I've actually driven in Michigan and saw
What
it
kind
a
of
lot.
animal
What
is
was it?
supposed to
What
be
was
on
it,
it?
Anthony? He's gonna be looking it up while I talk. I believe it's either a bear or I think it's a mouse. It's not a cute mascot.
Maybe it's a bear akuda.
Dun dun dun
Okay.
dun 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 dun. dun.
Okay,
So what is it?
I'm flipping through, okay. Okay, the mascot is a very adorable bear.
Oh,
See?
it is a bear. Show it on the camera for the people at home. Oh, you can't see it? Okay. Well, it looks like those Teddy Graham bears if people from the early 2000s, late 90s, remember? You remember those Teddy Grahams?
Of course I remember Teddy Grahams.
That's what it looks like. It's got like the little red. It's Winnie the Pooh in it. Got the red t-shirt, no pants.
I feel like I'm forgetting
Buns out.
something.
That'll get him canceled today.
I know.
Yeah,
I
you can't have a pantsless mascot.
You cannot just go around covering the tits. You got to cover everything.
Oh, that's what I forgot.
Tits?
No. I never forget
Never.
the tits, bro.
You can never for people out there listening, never forget the tits.
So we are an adulterated show, so this is a
Yes.
warning. There may be graphic content,
Warning.
not suitable for children because this is No Outlet Live. But I wanted to start us
18
off
and older only.
with going directly in the news because I got leftover stories from last week. How you feel about that, Anthony?
Let's heat those leftovers
Yeah,
up.
pretty good. Let's see how well I remember them.
Let's go.
No Outlet News with Anthony Miano.
And this week's highlights are going to include Buzz Children and the world's biggest Hummer.
No Outlet.
Hold on. You can't just end that conversation.
In the what?
World's biggest Hummer.
Yes. Which you'll find does not involve a sex act.
It doesn't.
Right.
One of those Hummers we drive. Huh?
Although maybe you'll make the argument after you hear this story that it probably does.
All right.
Let's
jump
check this
in.
Hummer out.
Before we get into, well, actually, let's start with Anthony's and then we'll go back to my leftovers. But before we do that, I wanted to show off something and speak to you about it. Right here, let me enlarge this and zoom in. Oh, maybe we shouldn't actually show
Oh no,
all
is that my STD test results?
No, I didn't fully think about this.
The results section just says all of them.
All of them.
Plus a few new ones that we just discovered.
Well, Anthony, actually, you shared this on Facebook, so I should be fine to show this, right?
Actually, no, I had to change the settings on that so that only friends can see it.
Yeah, so...
Because I was so excited to post this that I forgot that it had my uncensored home address on it.
Oh boy.
It's
Yeah.
it's the paperwork from the government that says my book, The Changing of the Gods, is now officially copyrighted.
It's
So-
copyrighted.
Yes, he is a certified publisher now. He is
Nice.
certified through the state of Ohio, right? Or is that nationwide?
Well, no, it's nationwide. It means, yep. For any of our viewers that are not familiar with my book, allow me to shamelessly plug it again. This is The Changing of the Gods. It is available on Amazon, ebook or printed, Barnes & Noble, online only, and directly through its publisher, authorhouse.com. I will also be hosting an event on the last Wednesday of this month at the Kent State Bookstore as part of
Nice.
their De-Stress event. I have another similar engagement at the Learned Owl in Hudson in June.
Look at Anthony out here killing it, y'all.
And
You are.
negotiations are pending to have another one at Loganberry Books in Shaker Heights.
Oh wow.
Wow, man, I love it. Congratulations, Anthony.
And I will be signing copies at all of them.
There you go. Round of applause. Give it up for Anthony Miano.
Victory is mine!
Anthony.
Yeah, so good job on that, man. All right, so now let's jump into your news. I don't want to share that thing because it's got your stuff on
Yeah,
it.
don't share that thing.
On the,
thing.
on the other hand, my address is hard to find, as in hard enough that even people that have been there have trouble finding it. So
let's check out this news story from India Times. A sheikh from the UAE builds world's largest Hummer. It has a 2-story interior, including a toilet and a sink.
Oh my god.
Holy moly.
Yeah, so this dude built a Hummer that is 46 feet long, 20 feet wide, and 21.6 feet tall.
Holy shit, this guy loves Hummers.
Yeah, and then just to put it in perspective, there's a photo a little bit further down of a regular-sized Hummer.
Next to it?
I want to see his toilet.
More like under it.
Shit.
Wow. Oh, shit. That puts it way more into perspective.
Look at this
God
guy. He
damn.
looks like he was photoshopped in there.
Wait, now go back up. Go back up so we could see the big one.
Well,
Basically,
no.
the little Hummer could fit under. It could drive under the bigger Hummer.
Yeah, and look, you'll notice
Holy shit.
to get the
You gotta hop on the little Hummer to get into the big Hummer.
to get to the regular size. Now, even if you scroll down so that the regular size, yeah,
Jesus.
see, it's shorter than the tires.
Yeah.
On this new Hummer, I'm like,
How much do you think this cost?
I don't know, but I do know this dude is an oil billionaire, and he also holds the Guinness record for the largest collection of 4x4s.
World's smallest dick.
Yeah. Yeah.
How little is your dick that you gotta have a car that big?
The dude has 718 SUVs.
Oh my god.
Holy moly, this dude
Was he a Saudi prince?
He's from the United Arab Emirates, but yeah, he's a member of the
Got that oil money.
Emirati royal family.
Jesus.
Shahamid bin Hamdan. Hamdan.
Which translates to "we have all your money."
We'll just call him. I'm just gonna call him Hamad because the rest of that is just too much without. But yeah, you gotta wonder. I'm wondering, like, maybe if this was a conversation he was having with somebody, like maybe he's trying to one up somebody.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, dude, this dude's dick is so big.
Or maybe he's just bored.
He's got to one up his other 8 brothers.
Yeah, there's a second floor to this thing that has a
toilet, a sink, and wood flooring.
Jesus.
The second floor features Majlis, a private place where house guests and friends are received and entertained.
So you could entertain
with a 360-degree view.
You could entertain your friends in the car.
It's
you could have them
club.
over. You could
it's
have
a club on wheels.
Yeah, you could have them over for dinner. That's a small bar. That's a dive bar.
That's like where you have meetings in there and stuff. If you have the money to buy this, then you have meetings in your your Mega Hummer.
This Mega Hummer is the size of a Parma dive bar on wheels.
Yeah, so just picture him like having a business meeting in the back there. All right, gentlemen, if you'll turn to page 42 of the proposal. What was that? Oh, sorry for the interruption, gentlemen. We accidentally crushed several school buses. Now moving on.
I can't wait to have all that on as a sound bit.
Yeah, this dude, you gotta wonder, like, okay,
what else does he have that like is so megafied?
You know what? Actually, that's a really good point. So let me go back.
I think that's the same.
I wonder if he's got other things that are.
You ever seen have you seen Fast and Furious 7?
I mean, I've seen them all, but you'd have to be a little more specific.
This guy's got
with the
this
7.
thing.
What happens in the 7th one, and I'll be able to.
Well, the last one was
John Cena.
Well, no, that's
where they go to space.
No, that's 7 was the last one with Paul Walker.
Oh, I thought that was 6.
Yeah, no, you remember the big skyscraper where they jumped one car? I think that's the same country that this guy is
They
from.
steal the car from, like, the prince and then drive it fucking through each of the towers, and then, like, Ronda Rousey's fighting people.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, I know my Fast and Furious.
But, yeah, it makes sense the same country that would build that thing would also build this.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean...
Now, look at
oh, my
this
God,
thing that he's got
look at
right
all
here.
of those.
So he's rocking one of these.
He's got cars like Kanye does in Wisconsin. Like he's driving like shit that's not even made to the public.
Yeah, this is a very odd vehicle right here.
He's driving a 10x10 Dahabian, world's biggest SUV. That's an SUV? That looks like a fucking...
It looks like a Model T souped up. For Mad Max.
Looks like an airship carrier from made by Hasbro.
It looks like they merged a Jeep and
a dildo,
or more like those, or a Jeep and an armored personnel carrier. Because I've seen. Have you ever seen like the Stryker APC?
No.
It looks like you could flip it and use these four wheels to.
One of those old school '90s RC cars that when it hit a bump and it flipped upside down, it still kept going.
This does kind of look like
This motherfucker has 5 wheels on the bottom and 2 on the front, or no, like 10 on the bottom, 4 on the top.
It looks like a GI Joe or a Cobra vehicle.
That's what I'm talking about. They're gonna drill into a mountain with that shit.
And it's
steal
funny.
gold.
He probably has his own. He could probably and he could hire a small.
Look at that pickup truck.
Yeah, this dude really likes his large vehicles.
He's got a pickup
Look at
truck.
This thing.
Yeah, he makes a.
Wow.
It's like I think maybe the American lifestyle and mentality of excess got like. I'm sure he's done. He's had meetings with America and has probably been to our country.
He watches a lot of like cowboy movies.
Yeah, or maybe like
a lot of Hollywood movies.
Well, okay, he's in the oil business, so he's probably met with some guys from Texas, and I imagine like one of his first visits to America, they were like, "Oh, come on, let me take you to a monster truck rally, yeah, bang, bang," and then he was like, "Yes, bang, bang, big truck,"
because it is like the most American cars. If you X out of that one, go to that.
Truck?
So they have a pickup truck that's basically as long as a limo. It's like they made a pickup truck.
Well, just the bed of it.
Yeah, just the bed.
He was
That's
like,
a Ram.
He saw American pickup trucks, and he was like, "Ooh, I like that, but make bigger. Otherwise, completely the same, but bigger."
Yeah, they definitely needed. He definitely was like, I want more room in the back.
Yeah, it's like he saw the. It's like
I must fit more bodies into back.
I need more room for my infidels.
I cannot drive ISIS in no truck like this.
I can't carry enough bombs in back here. What are you kidding me?
Yeah, or I want
more room for uranium.
Just hope he hasn't heard that Outkast song "Bombs Over Baghdad."
Oh, you know he's blasting it in that Hummer. He's blasting B.O.B.
Well, let's scroll down, see what else he's got.
You know he's got ATLians in that fucking Rolls Royce.
Now this is something I can stand by.
You know he's blasting Outkast in that car.
Yeah, that looks like something in. That looks like if there were a depiction of heaven on screen, with angels and shit like that, but they had roads. That looks like something an angel
would drive. A Lincoln Capri 58. That looks like a car that like my grandma gave head in, or like my grandma got her virginity lost.
That looks like a guy, and I think you can see the guy driving it is in a white suit.
My grandma used to fuck dudes in cars like that to Harry Belafonte.
Yeah, dudes would,
drive-ins.
Dudes would pull up and then pick her up from the house and then take her to the football game, and then Lover's Lane it is.
Yeah, Grandma Bayhoff was nuts.
I wonder if it has hydraulics on it, so it does where he does the.
No, you can't do that.
Can you imagine getting head in a car with hydraulics?
Or
Jesus Christ.
Only a Mexican would do that to
or maybe that's where this guy decided to draw the line. Like,
that's a beautiful car. It really is.
It really is.
Yeah,
you get sideswiped in that, you're dead.
Yeah, just don't
T-boned.
Just don't ever drive it in any of the northern American states.
Jesus, don't drive that in Parma.
Yeah, I mean,
you're gonna hit a pothole and kill it.
Well, I mean, I visited Phoenix, Arizona once along with my parents, some of their students. Long story, but one of their students was like, "Wow, I can't believe it. White cars are actually white down here."
Yeah.
This guy actually has
so
he has a collection of a lot of cars. He likes the old 70s, the 50s.
And the rest of them look, especially compared to that monstrosity, normal.
Yeah, these are like pretty cool cars. He also, this person's so rich that they were like, I'm just going to make ridiculous cars that shouldn't even be made because I already have all of the cool cars.
Yeah, or I imagine he probably just
Captain America Jeep right here.
Right.
He likes his Jeeps.
Yeah, he likes those Hummers and.
Yeah, he loves Hummers.
Or why do I have a feeling they might have been sold to him under false pretenses? Like he knows Hummer is American slang for something, so he thinks that thing is included with the purchase.
Yeah, he was buying all the Hummers he could get his fucking bank account on.
And then he was like, "Oh, okay, it must be free after I buy a certain number." Okay, I get it.
All right, so there's a rich guy buying some sweet Hummers.
And
let's check out the Insider says. A class... Oh, come on, these damn...
We don't need TurboTax, although we will happily accept sponsorship. Isn't that right?
I don't even think I would. They've been screwing me for years.
Okay, if they
just-
promise to stop screwing you, would you accept sponsorship from
Sure.
TurboTax?
Sure.
No, I am just...
So from the insider, no thanks. A class of kindergartners accidentally drank tequila during snap time at a Michigan school. Of course, Michigan. You guys would do some shit like this.
Yeah, so basically
Not even surprising.
a kindergartner brought a bottle of margarita into school.
Is it the margarita mix or the actual?
Okay, so a bottle of ready-to-drink Jose Cuervo margaritas.
Oh, wow.
In her backpack.
In Grand River Academy, Livonia, in her backpack, the news outlet reported
She was probably...
several students drank it. A kindergartner felt woozy and a little dizzy.
I feel a little dizzy.
After she had 4 or 5 sips, so they was tipping down from a Dixie cup. So she pulled out the cups and everything, like, get
Pour
your
up.
cups, dog.
Grab some ice. She was probably the coolest girl that day.
Yeah,
Dude, she's going to be the coolest girl for the rest of her life now.
I imagine, okay, it says one felt woozy and a little dizzy, and I'm like, I'd be more concerned if that kid didn't.
Yeah, like what if the kid was like, I
more.
I need a lot more.
Hit me again.
Oh, this is the juice my mommy drinks.
Yeah. This is what my mommy gives me every time I'm not tired.
The kindergartners who drank the
sleepy time
margarita
juice.
told their parents they thought it was juice, but the kindergartner who initially brought the drink in knew it was alcoholic.
Damn, son.
Okay, was she trying to be popular or was she trying to get revenge? Because this could go either way.
The girl poured it in her cup. As she drank it, the girl ended up telling her what it is. And then she went and told the teacher that there was liquor in her cup. And the teacher gave her a funny face. Dominique
God.
Sanders, a mother of one of the kindergartners, told Fox 2 Detroit in a statement, at the school facility called Poison Control when they learned the children had been drinking margaritas.
Poison control.
Did they know that...
I would have called the person that the jealousy police.
Yeah, I gotta say, calling poison control over this, especially when you know... Well, okay, did they know it was margaritas and not, like, I don't know, Drano?
I wouldn't call poison control,
No.
but I for sure would call the parents. Yeah, I would call the parents into the
Poison
school
control.
and also call in police. That would be the route you would have to take. If somebody's kid was feeding your kid booze at school, that's not a cool thing. Kindergartners?
Yeah, I get the...
Like it's an accident, but still, it is
no,
kid.
it says the kid knew
the kid
what
knew.
it was, so I'm thinking the parents are gonna deserve
Dad
to
fell
be...
asleep with a bottle of pre-mixed
took it.
margarita.
I don't know. Aren't margaritas more popular with women? So she more than likely
Never
got
know.
that from mom.
Not necessarily.
Well, the parents to blame because sometimes kids just like as a teenager, I stole alcohol from my parents. It wasn't really.
Let's
Are the
see.
parents to blame, or I think it was just the kid. The 5-year-old
Outraged
taking
parents
it.
are blaming the child's own parents.
Oh,
so
gosh.
Okay, so the parent says
Knew it was.
if I had a small conversation with my daughter, nothing big, and she told me the girl knew it was liquor. Hold on. Oh, that's where the story ends.
Yeah.
Wow, so we don't know what's going on from the family side. They're probably trying to stay out of the tabloids because this is bad enough. But when I was a kid, I understand I did dumb shit too. So this could have been she could have great parents. I don't know that. Yeah. That's why you don't call poison control. You call the parents and you call police and then you have them figure it out. Be like, this ain't a school matter. No. This is your guys' issue now. Get out of the school. Go handle it. Whatever needs to be done, go handle it. Now we have to call in the victims of this.
Well,
if my kid's getting drunk at school, I'm going to be fucking mad.
Dude, so I almost got...
How old are you in kindergarten? 6 years old?
6. I almost got in trouble somewhat similar to this back in high school. Back in middle school. So I was in 7th grade, and we had to cook food for food economics or something, and I didn't want to, so I had my dad just make a tray of Rice Krispie treats. I bring it to school, and 2 jocks that were in my class start fucking with me, and they go, "Oh, is there weed in this?" And to fuck with them, I go, "Yeah, there is weed in this. Some Acapulco Gold."
Oh, I already see where this is going.
Just to fuck with them. So the class is now to eat our treats. Everyone's eating treats. The jocks start grabbing 3, 4 Rice Krispies. They're like, "Sean, we're eating all these." Other people start grabbing them. I don't think nothing of it. Then
You're
lunchtime.
like, hell yeah, they love my food.
I was like, these fucking idiots. Lunchtime comes 2 periods later. The kids start walking around the cafeteria, making a show of it, trying to act like they're high to like, oh, guys, look at me, I'm high.
Maybe they thought they were.
Well, they also thought they were smart, and they were wrong with that, too. But
yeah, and...
Well, stupid people never know that they're stupid. That's the problem.
Exactly. The Dunning-Kruger effect.
You could just, direct your comments towards me instead of talking about me around me.
I didn't... Shit,
This
you
kid-
projected that onto
Dude,
you, not me.
One of the jocks got into an argument and a physical fight with one of the hall monitors. The hall monitor's like, you're not supposed to be here, and he's like, shut up, man. And he's like, get back, and he pushed him, and then they went to suspend him, and they're like, you're suspended. He's like, I only did this because I'm high. And they're like, whoa, you're like 14, how are you high? And he's like, Sean put weed in the Rice Krispie treats.
Stop it, a big snitch.
So he snitched on me. Everyone from my class heard. All the girls, I shouldn't say all the girls, but a few of the girls were like, Sean put weed in those? I ate those. Girls started crying, ran to the office, was like, I'm calling my parents. I need to go home. I'm afraid to be high. I've never done drugs.
Dude, get out of here.
Girls went home. The kid got suspended. I got ratted on. I got called out of my class down to the thing. It's the principal, 2 cops, and my food economics. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, Sean, did you put weed in the Rice Krispie treats? And I was like, oh no, something happened. And I go, no, I'm a little kid. I'm 14. I wouldn't put weed in Rice Krispie treats. And they're going back and forth, and they're like, if we check your locker, will we find anything? Girls are freaking out. People went home, Sean. People are crying. What's going on?
Isn't that weird how, when you're a kid and...
no one was smart enough to de-escalate or calm us down.
Well, someone was smart enough to just directly ask you if you did it.
I know, thank God, instead of just accusing me. Yeah, luckily they didn't throw me under the bridge. They were like, Sean, did you do this? What's going on? And I told them straight up, I went, the jocks were fucking with me, so I started fucking with them. They said, did you put weed in this? And to fuck with them, I said, yeah, I did. And then they're acting high, and me and my buddies are making fun of them. I wouldn't put fucking drugs in this and just give it to random students.
My weed?
And then, this is where I almost fucked myself. The principal goes, can you even put weed into Rice Krispie treats? And my food economic teacher goes, no, because if you put weed in Rice Krispie treats is like see-through, so you would see the specks of weed, you would see all the green. And I was about to go, well, not if you put it in the butter.
Did you say that?
And I thank God that no, I kept my mouth shut, and I was like, yeah, exactly, you'd see the green. And they're like, all right, we'll let you go. And on top of that, I was sweating so hard because they were like, Sean, if we checked your locker or anything, would we find anything that alludes to drugs? That one day I decided, you know what? I should bring my bong to school. And after school, I'll smoke it with my friends. So I got out of it, and I didn't put weed in it, but if they would have been like, let's check his locker, they would have opened my book bag, found a bong, and then been like, oh, fuck, Sean did put weed in the Rice Krispie treats. And all the Rice Krispie treats were gone. So I wouldn't have been able to prove that I didn't put drugs into something that doesn't exist anymore. And everyone was freaking out.
And I don't suppose.
So thank God I got out of that.
And I doubt they would have had the foresight to piss test anybody.
No. And my favorite thing about that story,
I don't know if you're legally allowed to do that to a child.
No, you couldn't be like, give us your piss to get Sean unsuspended.
On the other hand, they do seem to be allowed to perform searches and call police in.
Well, that shit's like in the school book when you sign. It's like, once you're here, we're allowed to search you. We could go through your property and everything. It is weird.
Yeah.
But my favorite thing from it, that was about 7th grade. Years later, like in 10th grade, I'm waiting in line for lunch, and those 2 same jocks are behind me, and they're talking to like underclass girls, and they're trying to like flirt with them and impress them, and they go, da, 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 da. There he is right there. No way, Sean, we were just telling these girls about the Rice Krispie treats you brought in, man.
So these guys
they never knew, and I've talked about this story a few times, and I hope they fucking see this or something and just be like, wow, we're fucking idiots. And what's funny is the kids, like, they're like, yeah, we were telling these girls about those Rice Krispie treats.
This badass dude made us some weed brownies in school,
and
bro.
We were so high. I pushed a teacher, man, and got suspended. And then they turned around, and I like got close to the girls, and I was like, there weren't weed in those Rice Krispie treats. These guys are idiots. And I like the guys. I have no problem with them.
Both of their girlfriends home.
And I banged them all, even the jocks. No, they're my friends. The 2 guys, I don't want to say their names or anything. I do like them. They are cool guys. So
Yeah, Jerry and Matthew. Fuck
Yeah,
you guys.
Jay Remy.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, the last time
No, I won't say their names.
last time I saw anything like that with jocks, it was in college, and ironically, there was no weed involved. It was
No?
like an intro to ethics class, second or third year. They brought in this vegetarian activist as a guest speaker for a couple of days. Now, the first day, he just talked, and I just kind of sat there, like, not even mentally there.
Right.
It was pretty uneventful, but the second day was probably where the professor went wrong, because they did a question and answer thing, and long story short, outside in the hallway, this guy was, there were cross words between him and a bunch of football players, and I don't mean the kicker and the punter, I mean some, like, honest to God, and the University of Akron is a Division I school, so, like, linemen that are big enough to be NFL players, and this dude was not much bigger than me, and I'm like, okay, good God, I'm not sure. Do I intervene at all if they try to beat the shit out of him? Because I think he might legitimately deserve it.
So what happened?
As far as I know, nothing, but it easily could have.
Oh my God.
Not as good as your story, but...
No.
When I was in 8th grade, since we're sharing stories, I learned this nice trick about how you could take bread, white bread, and you roll it up in your hand, and you stick it in the microwave for like 2 seconds, pull it out, feel it, roll it a little more, put it back in on the plate, microwave it for another couple seconds, and it becomes like a little rock, right?
What?
And then you could throw it in some like baking soda or something, and you bag these little stones, and you have little fake bread crack rocks. And we used to
sell them.
We used to sell them.
No,
yeah, dude.
That's funny as fuck. that's like when you would get like a marijuana bud, and you would break it open and then start putting like a nail in it. You would like screw dive, like drill a nail into a bud so it weighs more.
So, okay, you want to talk about a story about some crazy fake drug stuff? So,
I've been sold parsley before.
I used to know a girl, okay?
Fuck you, Tristan. No.
I used to know this chick, and she had this scheme where she found there was like tar incense that was sold at shops in this neighborhood, where like you could go to the stoner shop where you buy like a weed paraphernalia, bongs, your water pipes, and all that bullshit. There was these like tarry incense. You could get like an ounce of it for like $5 or something. And she started selling it to all the dummies around this neighborhood as opium.
Oh my God.
Dude, these kids
They would smoke it?
Bro, they were smoking incense like no tomorrow, and they were coming back, and they were buying
more?
Ounces and ounces and ounces. This girl...
It had to be bad, right? It has to be bad to smoke incense. That can't be good for you.
I could never in my... Dude, I was like 12 years old when I saw this happen. I know she's going to be watching and she's going to talk to me about this. Dude, that's why I'm saying this is just some girl I knew. This is somebody that's close to me. Okay, she used to get people with the incense and say it was opium, and she had a whole summer of fat money in her pocket off
fake
of this.
opium.
Dude, we were balling that summer.
I've smoked real opium. Real opium is actually pretty crazy, so I don't understand. It had to be like a crazy placebo effect.
That's like smoking heroin, though, ain't it?
No.
Isn't opium the base ingredient of heroin?
No.
It is. It is.
For heroin?
Yes, it comes from the opium plant.
Yeah, there's even a thing called the Opium Wars between Britain and China.
That's where opium started, was in China. They used to have like dens where you could go and smoke opium, and they let you sleep there.
I don't know how comparable they are because I've never done heroin.
I've done it.
Have you?
I did a little bit, and I didn't like it.
When I've seen, I've had friends use and pass away from it. So what I've seen from heroin, it didn't look like, and to be fair, I only did opium like once. Like, so it wasn't like something that I did enough to really get an understanding of it. It was something I smoked with weed with a couple of my friends. But to be fair, the whole day was very fucking blurry and just laughing my ass off and stumbling around. Like, it felt like I was so wasted.
Dude, I sniffed the tiniest little bit of heroin before, and it ruined my entire, like,
That
it
shit will
ruined
fuck
2
you
days.
up.
It
It'll
ruined
fuck
2
you
days of
up.
my life. I had to sleep. I felt nauseous.
Yeah.
I was like, I don't know
It
why people like
hurts.
this. It's nasty.
Yeah,
That-
doesn't heroin normally like instantly cause instant addiction most of the time?
I mean,
Not for me.
No.
When I did that, I was so turned off.
It's kind of the way both of you are saying it. It's like you do it and it feels so good, but then when you run out, you feel so shitty, so you want to keep using it. But if you just keep going that path of I feel shitty, I feel shitty, I feel shitty, eventually
It will
starts,
feel good.
Eventually it decreases, it goes away, and you don't need to do the heroin, and the addiction goes away. It's that withdrawal. It's like you snort a little heroin, you feel good,
I don't
then
know
for
about
3
that.
days you feel like shit because it's leaving your body, detoxing, and then you start to come back.
I have like an opioid thing to me, like Percocets. I grew up around a lot of people that love Percocets. I can't hate on you for what you like, but even Percocets, they make me feel sick, tired. I don't like pills. And anything that's like opioid.
A lot of doctors started doing that so people don't abuse it, is they put something in there that specifically makes you nauseous. So if you start taking more than one, it'll make you more nauseous. And
What
it'll
I'm
make
saying
you puke
is, like,
it up.
when I did that heroin, I
Heroin's
did that
the
little
most,
line,
like-
that thing instantly made me sick.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, it wasn't like a withdrawal or nothing.
No.
And I never did it. Like, I did it. I tried it that one time because I didn't have weed. And when I didn't like it, man. It just felt gross.
Exactly how you're describing it is exactly how it is. I had a friend try to pitch it to me that way, where he's like, man, I snorted the littlest line and then I puke 3 times and I feel great. And I'm like, that sounds fucking disgusting. But
Yeah,
that's
I
how
like
it
being
is.
sick.
You just feel disgusting and get sick
So
from
you
it.
didn't have a craving where you wanted more of it?
No, and to be honest,
Me
like I
neither.
said, when I did opium or on opium, I enjoyed it, and then I was off of it and I felt fine. I didn't feel like shit. I didn't feel disgusting. So that's why, I mean, I don't know what the base is for heroin, but in my mind, it seemed like 2 different worlds.
Yeah.
I think everybody has a different reaction
True.
to it because all of our biomes, our DNA
Different.
is all different. So some people might
We're all
be
unique
able to
little
take these things
snowflakes.
and feel it differently.
Yeah, I've learned that I could do like things like that where you never know how much will affect someone else. It's different.
Yeah, the last person I've heard talk to me about this with like any kind of knowledge or experience was on the other side. During towards the end of my time in the reserve, we had one of our many drug tests that we had from time to time, and there was an NCO who was a narcotics detective on the civilian side, gave us a briefing while we were waiting to get tested, because once they tell you you're getting tested, they confine you to a room until it's time to walk you into the toilet. And
so do they do urine, or do they do blood, or both? Or
urine. But this guy was talking about how if you ever mess with this stuff, you are not going to be able to use it once and then never again.
There is stuff like that.
Yeah, okay, maybe I'm not remembering it right. Maybe he was talking about a different form. Maybe he meant opioids.
But Jay Remy brings up a good point, because and again, this isn't like a braggadocious thing. There are some people that are like where they have something in them where they don't get addicted easily. So
Also,
some people can just use and then just like quit. It's crazy.
A lot of it has to do with like your body chemistry and all that stuff, because I have a cousin. He was always a large dude. He was a little runt when he was growing up, and then when he became like 14, he was instantly a man. Like, this dude was just grown.
Oh yeah.
Super big. He could beat up grown men at 14 years old. We were eating mushrooms one night, and I seen this dude eat more mushrooms than I think I've seen anybody in my entire life eat, and it did not affect him.
Like, how big
because
did
he had mass.
How big did he get at full size? Like,
so this is my cousin Jeremy. He was, I think, at his most maybe 320.
Oh wow.
Somewhere around there.
Wow, that's big.
yeah, it's gonna take a lot of anything he uses to get
to
him
feel.
high.
And that's another thing. There's a lot of things that come into play like that. Like, a lot of big people can take it.
Oh,
Your
Andre the
size, your chemistry.
Yes. Andre Giant, how much could he drink?
Well, it's funny when they did back surgery on him. The only thing they could not calculate the anesthesia
God.
with normal methods.
What they have to do, like use like a lion tranquilizer?
Well, no, they had to ask him they had to equate it to his consumption of alcohol. They asked him, okay, help us out here. And he said, well, it takes me like a bottle and a half of vodka to get a buzz on.
Yeah, to feel anything.
He said
special
just to
spot in hell for Vince McMahon.
Agreed, like I said before. And then, they also had to build...
He would drink like 3 bottles of Jack and be fine.
Yeah, they had to build a special operating table, and I think they even had to make special surgical tools.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah, because...
Surgical tools for what?
Andre the Giant to operate on him. They probably had to take him to like a zoo to like...
Yeah, one of the things he never got...
for a CAT scan.
I mean, it was kind of funny, kind of tragic. Like, tragic in that one of the things he always wanted to do was go to a Broadway play, but they couldn't accommodate his size. And I thought, well, did he ask or did he just assume? Because I think even back then...
He was a superstar. They would have accommodated.
But how big he is, how would he sit down is what he's...
I think they could have, like, it might have been like what they do with
put out a couch.
Obese people on airplanes. Like, if you're wide enough that your ass spills out into the next seat, they will make you buy a second seat.
Give them the handicap seating in the front.
But I feel like if you're paying and you're a celebrity like that, they could set you up in a booth.
They would need to give him a seat that's big enough to hold him. It's Andre the Giant.
And so that he's not sitting in...
seat. You're not trying... That's not hard to get one seat.
I don't know if he could fit in those regular guy seats.
Yeah, they'd have had to build him a special chair, and they'd have had to seat him so that nobody was behind him.
Bring him like a lazy boy. Bring in a lazy boy for him. Yeah, they would have had to bring in like a specific Game of Thrones style chair.
But I'm sure...
for Andre to be like... I love Hamilton.
I'm sure even back then it would have been doable, but
yeah.
Or then it's funny. His size was funny on the other side of the coin when some drunk dudes were hassling him in a bar. Yeah. So guess what he did to him? He just
fight him.
No, he just chased him outside. They locked themselves in their car, and this was in New York City. Yeah, he flipped the car over, and it didn't get reported because.
No one's going to report him.
The police would not believe 4 drunks telling them an angry giant flipped their car
Andre
over.
the Giant flipped my car. Yeah, sure, boss. All right.
Yeah,
Keep it moving. I'm not arresting Andre the Giant.
Not that we can, anyway. Our weapons are useless against him.
It'd be like that huge high tower or whatever from Police Academy. They'd handcuff him and go, and just like move his arms and break the cuffs.
Oh, yeah. Didn't Hightower flip a car?
I think he did flip a car, too.
Yeah, it's like that one guy, other character was going like, if all cops looked like him, there'd be no crime at all.
That's the thing is, like, I wonder how much heroin Andre the Giant could have done.
Yeah,
I
think I know how they might calculate that.
The one story that I've heard about Andre the Giant is there's a very popular news article that went around a couple years ago.
Really?
That he would show up to the bar, and this man would put down somewhere around like 56 beers.
Yeah.
So they're saying like this dude could
numbers.
He could drink a keg, and he was like still like bar social and shit.
Sober.
Me, if I touch 56 beers throughout the night, I'm acting a fucking fool.
Yeah, that's
would
insane.
Would you even be able to remain conscious through that?
You'd have alcohol poisoning. You get rushed to the hospital.
Yeah, it wouldn't be fatal. I would just think that you would pass out like well before you could get to 56.
So before we get too far off, let's jump into some more news stories.
Yeah,
we just
had a great half hour.
Yeah, let's ignore that last story I sent in. I misread.
No, that's cool. I got some news stories that I wanted to go back to from last week that I sent in. Oh, hold on. This is some of yours. So, Squid Game. You remember when me and you used to talk about this all the time, Anthony?
Oh yeah, I have no interest in seeing it. Sometimes I'll just say Squid Game because as a way.
You never watched that?
No, it's real life scary enough, man.
I don't know. This kind of seems like it has a real life take on how it's weird. It's like a billionaire game in this show
where people play child games, and for only if you lose, you die.
Yeah, Squid Game.
So I recently rewatched it, right? Okay. And then I got interested, and I was like, the way it ends is that there's supposed to be more.
Yeah, season 2.
There's supposed to be a season 2. This was the biggest show that came out of Korea, and it was made by Wang Dong Hyuk.
He tried selling this show for so long.
For
to
a
people.
really long time.
Yeah.
And when he finally sold it, he had already had the second part kind of written. But even this show, he had written it a long time before it got sold, and it sat back in like his files. He had like a file drive that was just loaded with scripts that he wrote. So this one finally got sold, and now he's trying to strategically come out with the part 2. And I'm wondering if he had to rewrite this and it's taking longer. They're saying that it's going to be 2024
I can see that.
when season 2 is going to come. And I wonder how much of the world's influence is going to change this, because he didn't even expect this to be a thing.
Yeah, true. I think it's Netflix's biggest hit.
So he's basically changing.
It's one of them, for sure.
So the contents of season 2 are changing because of the unexpected success of season 1.
So I'm wondering if, like, the show is about billionaires spend money to see people that are struggling in life to play this death game. I wonder if they take it America.
Yeah,
Because this guy right here, this dude with the sweet ass haircut, I love this character. When this guy leaves, when he wins the game, he goes to leave to come to America, then turns around because he has to go back and fight the people at the island.
He's not.
But the show ends.
Yeah, so maybe.
But his wife and his kids are in. His child's in America. His wife and his wife's new husband is in America. So I'm wondering how much this guy saw a big influence of Squid Game when it got broadcasted here. That show was amazing. I love it.
Yeah, it sounds like it was an open-ended ending where it could work as both a finale or a setup.
He didn't watch it.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah, and I have no interest in seeing it. I already saw. I saw one Hunger Games movie.
But you could watch every episode of The Simpsons 4 times.
The Simpsons makes me laugh. This would not.
This makes me laugh. This is where we have a split difference in.
There's some crazy parts in this. There's some tear jerkers.
There is some tear jerkers, but there's a lot of funny in this show.
Oh yeah.
I mean, this show is loaded with funny.
Honestly, I'm too terrified of this shit becoming for real in real life.
How do we know it's not already?
I somewhat think it could be
How do we
real.
know it's not already?
I mean, we've already started small, like that incident last year where this minor league hockey team donated like $5,000 to some teachers that that were doing shit like buying their own school supplies, which sounds good, but they dumped it. They broke it down into dollar bills, dumped it all over the mid rink, and had them crawling around, grabbing as much of it as they could, and stuffing it in their shirts.
I used to do that at elementary school. They would bring in the money machine, and like for fundraisers and stuff, they would stick you in a machine. Had like $10 bills, $20 bills.
That's different,
but
though. That's
mainly
fun.
$1 bills. It was the same thing. It was a game to see, like...
He's talking about teachers that would crawl on their hands and knees for these dollars.
Yeah, but, it's the same thing.
You're like, crawl around, you fucking dog. Back on your knees.
Boar on the floor. You need to watch Succession. Boar on the floor, dude.
Yeah, America could be so much better than this. But
so the writer... Wang Dong
tonight.
Wang Dong
Wang Dong tonight.
The creator said that the script for the new episodes hadn't been written, but they're here. They're not on a page yet. So he's like, I had the idea for the second season. This may have been pushed back. I really hope that they bring this show back, man.
Well, I'm sure. I think COVID.
It is in discussion.
I think COVID probably delayed
Korea.
Yeah.
I think COVID probably delayed the release of season 1, so that probably caused a domino effect. Then once season 1 succeeded, he's like, okay, I'm going to change a few things. So
check this out. This is another story I sent in last week. This is from CNBC.com. Elon Musk says humans could eventually download their brain into a robot. And Grimes thinks Jeff Bezos would do it.
That'd be fun.
Now, that would be the way. I think I would do that. If I had the opportunity to put my brain into a microchip and then I could be a functioning robot with who I am right now, if they could make that doable, I'm doing it.
I
mean,
would
in
do,
a heartbeat. I'm doing that.
I would do it to be taller.
Stop it. How tall are you, Anthony?
5'3".
Oh God. So what would your what height would you actually choose?
Yeah.
I'm gonna think 6 foot. Tall enough to have advantages, but not tall enough that it creates problems like the Big Show.
But you might have the short guy advantages because you're a wide fella. So I think like with you being smaller in height but wider, you have the girth. You got your dick's probably like a tuna can.
Yeah, let's not...
You got a dick like a king-size Butterfinger.
I didn't appreciate it when my fellow recruits at basic training started talking about it, and I don't appreciate it now.
So your dick is talkable, huh? You got a dick that people talk about, huh,
I prefer...
Anthony?
Okay, it's the kind of thing I don't want to talk about with men, okay?
I think you're packing a fat sausage in your pants right now.
If men are
mine's like I've been gaining weight for the past few years,
and gaining weight is not necessarily a good thing.
Well, no, it's not necessarily a good thing. I've went up and down, fluctuated, but I'm 200 pounds now, and I think some of that girth has reached my boys, but
your balls.
No, my boy.
Do you have two dicks? My boy.
I don't want to know how you managed to accomplish that.
So what I'm saying, though, is that I got like a little bit of girth, but it wasn't natural, so it doesn't really show.
Some of your fatness went to the dick?
A little bit.
I could deal with some of my fatness going to my dick.
Yeah.
That'd be fun. That'd be nice.
So I guess when they say it went straight to his head, it's not always
Anthony with the dick joke.
Buzzinga.
That was good. That was good.
No, but I, if that's what it is, you don't need to be taller because you're packing that you're packing that wide sausage, and I only got the long reach.
Everybody,
I don't have the wideness.
Get it trending. Hashtag Anthony's got an anteater.
Wow, I will never be able to think of that particular animal in the same way again.
So Anthony, you really wouldn't try to if it was an option and you're dying, you're coming towards your deathbed, or let's actually say that you had the opportunity before your brain started failing. Because when you get older, your brain's going to fail. But let's say like at 40 years old, you could make the choice, download me into a microchip, and then when it comes that time, flip on that robot and keep me alive.
I think I could maybe like handle having my brain physically removed and like plugged into another body, but becoming...
What if that's what he means?
That I could maybe do, but like having my brain downloaded into a microchip. Imagine like the Existentials horror where like you're alive, but what would it feel like to not have your arms and legs and lungs and heart?
You will have that.
Well, are you expecting?
Not if it's this. Your brain is downloaded into a microchip thing, like you're saying.
I think Anthony's like, are you imagining it like this? Like you're in limbo until they plug it in, and then you're activated.
That's what.
I feel like you would be like you're in a coma and you're asleep, and then all of a sudden you're just shaking awake.
That's what it would be. It would be like you're dead.
Which neither are good.
You wake up again.
Yeah, that would suck. It's like you're just constantly waking up and then going back to sleep.
I don't know.
Yeah, like shit changes in your life. Like they're like, hey, you know what year it is? You're like, no. They're like, it's year 3128.
They have a Black Mirror episode like that where it's a married couple. The woman's about to die, and the doctor goes, we could upload her brain into yours, and it's either she dies or we upload her brain into yours. So he says, yes, I want my wife. But then they start having problems. He can't be physical with his wife, so he starts looking at other girls, and she's in his brain like, you're looking at that fucking guy. So he's getting all the arguments with his wife, but none of the good stuff, because he can't love her, he can't hold her, he can't take her out places. She's in her head. So the doctor's like, we could put something in your head that'll mute her, put her to bed. So whenever she would start getting crazy, he'd be like, that's it, I'm putting you on mute. And then mute her, and then she would come back and be like, Trevor, where are we? And he'd be like, I'm in Florida. It's been 3 months. And she's like, what the fuck? You muted me for 3 months?
Dude.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, bitch, shut up or I'm gonna mute you again. You want to see our daughter or not?
Okay.
Dude,
It's like, fuck that.
When I come back and somebody says they muted me, the second them words would leave their mouth, if I'm in a robot body, they better hope they can survive it.
Yeah,
I would
you
be
should have
so
kept me
mad.
muted.
Like, dude, you can't mute me.
Well, that's
like, just let me go.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
you're stuck in their head and you can't do anything.
Yeah, you can just imagine being like if they stuck you in like a Terminator type shell, that might be.
Yeah.
Or like RoboCop. You remember RoboCop? He was in a fatal accident. They put the rest of what
no, it was no accident.
Well, you both bring up a good point. What if they put you in a microchip and then put it into like a body that they can control? So it's your mind, but they control your body.
That's the one thing that
would
worries
suck, 'cause
me.
yeah.
Is that when that happens, you're actually a part of company product.
Exactly.
And that's the one thing that would get me is that like, no, I can't be a
robot,
RoboCorp's thing. I want to live. Like, why'd you download me into your product? And now I'm like I'm your property.
I'm your property.
Oh,
I don't want to be a Terminator. I want to be a peacock.
There's a scene.
Right, dude, I gotta
fly. Oh yeah, there's a scene in the RoboCop remake where our hero
questions.
No, it isn't question. He like looks down and sees like the 3 or 4 biological parts of him that survived the explosion. It's like his heart, part of his lungs, and the rest of it's all connected to the cyborg body, and he's just like...
Yeah, and he starts freaking out. Yeah. I love RoboCop. Nowadays, if you watch it, the CGI isn't up to par, but really the plot line, with the movie studios bringing back everything, I think RoboCop's due.
For a reboot? They did reboot it.
Yeah, in 2014.
What? That's what he's talking about. The new.
Are you hold the fuck
he's
on?
Talking about, you didn't know they had a RoboCop
well,
reboot?
clearly their marketing department
You're so
fucked
funny.
up.
It wasn't that big of a scene movie, obviously.
Yeah, and it had some
I
well-known
pay attention
stars,
to the
like
nostalgic shit.
Michael Keaton and Samuel L. Jackson and Gary Oldman.
Were they
in
really?
it. Oh yeah, and Joel Kinnaman, a.k.a. Colonel Flagg from the Suicide Squad. No, excuse me, from Suicide Squad 2016, played RoboCop. Oh, it's fun. The funniest thing about
he was in both Suicide Squads, wasn't he?
Yeah, it's funny. That movie's title describes what most of the people involved did after they saw the final cut.
Oh my god!
Shit their pants.
No, killed
commit
themselves.
suicide.
That movie, Suicide Squad was just...
The first one was. How'd you like the second?
I didn't watch the second one because I hated the first.
The second one fixes all the problems.
Oh, dude,
of the
it
first.
totally does.
Honestly,
I highly
the second
recommend
one's
it.
so much better.
Honestly, I liked the Suicide Squad that they did on Arrow, and then
I never saw that.
That was put on hold because of the movie. And there's even one scene where
The new one's cool.
Yeah, Deadshot's like, just call this what it is, man. Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go to one more news story before we go to a quick break
also,
here.
for the love of God, let's not let Jeff Bezos become immortal.
Yeah, we really said it.
Robot Bezos.
So what?
No unions.
Okay, so I need you guys to check out this video here.
Are you an IT pro? So you must be using all of these tools: remote monitoring and management, patch management, help desk, ticketing, billing, reporting.
What you see first says about you.
Kitty.
If you saw the tiger first, this means that you have a strong mind and you never doubt your own decisions.
Nope.
But if you saw the trees first, you're probably a very laid-back person and tend to do things in silence.
Looks
if
like
you saw the lady playing the saxophone, you tend to be very social in the center of the party. People tend to be drawn to you, but it would do you good if you just took a break every once in a while.
Yep.
If you saw the face first, this means that you're probably an introvert. Big noisy parties do not excite you and they tend to drain you pretty fast.
Ooh.
Is that like propaganda, or do you think that's...
I don't think it's
that's
propaganda.
Wait, do you know what propaganda is?
I feel like that's like
it's government-controlled news, and what propaganda value would that possibly have?
Yeah, what would that?
Well, because they're trying to make everybody focus on like something that's obvious.
More like manipulation.
A cat. Everybody sees a cat, and it's not like propaganda from the government.
I see the state of Ohio.
This is propaganda from The Sun, because that's where you can find this article on thesun.co.uk.
It's more like
Propaganda is more like there's no war in Ukraine right now.
Oh, no, they're not denying the war in Ukraine.
People are in Russia.
Okay, not here. Nobody's saying. Okay, I'm
but
sure
that's
there's
propaganda as being like, there's no war in Ukraine right now. That's old footage.
No,
that's propaganda.
Propaganda is more like saying like Croatians and their pointy nose, or
that's racism.
That's propaganda because that's what they've done back and forth
propaganda
throughout war.
Is lying about like what's really going on.
Well, no, propaganda is like really. It's
like how the Nazis used to
turning the community against a certain idea.
Yeah.
So like when the Nazis were doing propaganda on the Jews,
they would
be like, oh, these money hungry,
they would have
big
imagery.
nose.
The Russians are using propaganda saying we're only fighting Ukraine because we're trying to get rid of the Nazis. So that's propaganda. Like Russia's saying, oh, there's Nazis in Ukraine. That's why.
I will concede those people did a very good job of getting rid of the Nazis the first time.
they really did.
Granted, they were funded and equipped almost entirely by us.
Right. Propaganda is basically just like misinformation.
It's a little.
I mean, it's more.
I mean, the basic definition is government-controlled news.
Yeah, that's it. That's literally what it is. The government will push an idea into your head subliminally.
Yeah,
and it's not necessarily.
People could do propaganda too,
and it's not just the government that does that. It's companies like
news.
The news is what does that. So I'm thinking that that's a propaganda piece.
I don't think so.
What would it be pushing
like pseudoscience?
But what would it? Yeah, more like pseudoscience. Because what propaganda would it be pushing?
It's like astrology.
It's forcing you to keep your mind into a certain thing instead of something important.
Well, I don't know. I'm just not seeing it here. Okay. Propaganda is defined as a form of communication intended to influence an audience's views or attitudes. And yeah,
And to be honest, I don't think and honestly that was a perfect way because it gave you like an illusion. And it didn't really try to influence you. It just said, "What do you see?"
Yeah, but it's also like a shitty it's like illusion. That dress. You remember the dress when they said, "Do you see a gold or a blue dress?"
Yeah.
Or okay.
It's propaganda to keep your mind.
And propaganda doesn't necessarily even push something negative. Like here's some British propaganda from World War II. It depicts.
What does that show us on?
It depicts then Prime Minister Winston Churchill's head.
On a bulldog.
Yeah, and it's in front of a British flag, and the text reads, holding the line, like they're pushing that he is defending England against the Nazis. And
so maybe I did use the wrong terminology, but this is this piece by The Sun. It's really weird that this is news altogether. Why is this on a news station? What do you see in the picture? Yeah. Obviously a cat.
They're so news.
Or is this an artist that is connected so well that he's like, show off my art?
Maybe.
This bullshit art I
also want to point out that The Sun is British. So remember, always consider
what British has.
Oh, them fucking Brits, them.
But things like this is
they're
so
out there
boring.
Smoking faggots and all that stuff.
They have stuff like BuzzFeed where it's like, what kind of taco are you? And it's like, it's not real news anymore. Yeah. It's just dumb bullshit like that.
I'm running a little late. Let's watch this.
12-step life, happy, blessed, successful, grateful.
Beautiful, grateful.
Just like moving on.
How was your experience in the trauma center?
I would say my experience was life-changing. It didn't only make my year, like as Renee knows, like how much work you gotta do, but it made my life. So I'm just really, I mean, I'm not gonna cry because I'm just so happy and grateful.
But
last time I like broke out in really bad crying and was just having like
that Botox
midlife
face where it looks
but
just
it happened.
Would you?
And I think.
Do you know who this is?
Yeah, she was one of the original stars of 16 and Pregnant on MTV.
16 and Pregnant.
Teen Mom. And
Teen
then
Mom.
Then she did a porno where she did anal.
She started doing a bunch of butt fucking.
Although
now
James Dean.
She's got a new goal in her life. Now listen to what she's saying. This is crazy.
I'm like 12-step life, happy, blessed, successful, grateful.
Beautiful, grateful.
Just like moving on.
How was your experience in the trauma center?
I would say my experience was life-changing. It didn't only make my year, like as Renee knows, like how much work you gotta do, but it made my life. So I'm just really, I mean, I'm not gonna cry because I'm just so happy and grateful. But last time I
Look at both their faces.
I
They can
know.
barely move them.
I think
That's all that Botox.
Isn't that her mother?
I
That is her mother, and they both look like fucking ghouls or something.
And she's actually, if you've seen pictures of her before. She was actually pretty good looking.
Who, Farrah?
Yeah.
Yeah, Farrah was a hot chick until she started doing butt porn.
A lot of women in their late 20s to early 30s all of a sudden are like, I need fillers and Botox and lip plumpers. And it's like, bro, you're 30.
You're
like,
fucking up your entire
you're fucking
future.
30. You shouldn't be doing that. You shouldn't
look
do it to begin with.
pristine.
But like, yeah.
In them ages,
50-year-olds are doing this. 30-year-olds
Yes.
should not be doing this
I
shit.
understand
And
if
they're
you're
getting
much older.
And they're getting filler and Botox from Cleveland.
And now we're not like entirely saying plastic surgery is bad for you or wrong, but just
I am.
do it carefully.
I am too. Cosmetically, yes.
This shit is horrendous.
But if you need it for like a real surgical thing, like say you got
Health.
your face burnt or something and you need to get plastic surgery to look normal again, I have no problem against that. I commend that. But
If you're
to
just
do
doing
that
it,
because you think that gives you status, that's ridiculous.
broke out in really bad crying and was just having like midlife crisis. But it happens.
What'd you learn in your time there?
I learned with like doing fun brain scans and doing like a lot of work with the 12 steps. What did I learn? I learned how to move past stuck points and trauma, so that way I could be resilient, I could have grit, that I could move forward and not like let legal problems that bother me all the time get to me and not affect my time with my daughter and making friends.
Well,
and
if you have a
just
good
getting
lawyer,
ready
they
for,
won't.
Like new career steps.
What's your new career steps?
Comedy.
Oh, you're getting into
Stop
comedy.
it! Bitch, you are already comedy. You are comedy.
I would love
She's
to see.
making me laugh, just not in the way she intends.
Yeah, I'd love to see. I'd love
Exactly.
to see her tight 5. Like, there's no way. Like,
You know what's sad
she
about the
has
world
any-
is that if she hits a stage, it might be a sellout crowd.
I wouldn't doubt it.
It would be
Just for her name.
a horrible hit for comedy.
Yeah.
To see her hit a stage and sell out, I would
wouldn't doubt
be
it either.
mad. I would be so angry as a comedian. We will be right back. This is No Outlet Live with our boy Sean Beasy and Anthony Miano over here watching his own videos on his phone. We'll be right back after this quick break.
Stay tuned. No Outlet Live. We'll be right back.
It's made for your business? Well, we have the place for you. Flathouse Press works with 100% eco-friendly material for all of you conscious folks. They can also put out orders in a fraction of the time large-scale competitors can. They are a fun, locally grown Cleveland original company. Go to flathousepress.com and check out the variety of party toys, headbands, and clothing in their catalog.
A crying clown stands on the stage. Yeah, I crave the applause, but hate painting my face. Do I make you laugh? Have I made you cry? Does it even matter what I do or if I try? What's the fucking point? Is there even one? Don't mean to bring the party down while we're having fun, but these days are blurs, all designed the same. Did I lose my goddamn mind, or is it just my brain? It hurts to know no one needs you now. The curtains close and take a final bow. I don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be here. I don't wanna be
What's up? Jay Remy here, host of No Outlet Live. Are you considering or curious about how you could start your own podcast? Join Anchor. Anchor has everything you need to make a podcast for free. Monetize your podcast, one-click distribution, record from anywhere on the app, and they have unlimited free hosting. Download Anchor on the App Store or Google Play. Anchor, podcasting made easy.
We'll warn you right now, things may get a little fucked up and crazy.
What's even worse is I had a kid come in, and I was shitting in the urinal, and he came in, and he's like, what the fuck are you doing?
But if that's something you're into, then Mikes and Men is the show for you. The boys are gonna cover it all without holding back. You're gonna laugh, you're gonna cry, and you could learn a thing or two. It's Mikes and Men, only on CBW.
Guardian Roadside Solutions is ready to help with your roadside emergencies serving the greater Cleveland area. They have the knowledge and experience to get you back on the move quickly with staff available 24/7 to help with flat tires, tire damage, changes, fuel delivery, vehicle lockouts, dead battery, or new battery installs. If you find yourself or someone you know in this situation, call a Guardian at 440-833-6000.
All of our loved ones always die in December. I miss the night times that I can't remember. Venom-filled veins and stone-cold sedation. Drugs are amazing and I fucking hate it. Kick the dirt off from your heels, darling. There's hell inside of these eyes. Let's lose ourselves around the cold rings of Saturn tonight. Fade away deep down into the depths. I wanna be swept out to sea. Life can seem like an ill-conceived illusion. There's no solution for some sicknesses. My soul turns to stone and I sink into the abyss. Chasing pipe dreams has its drawbacks. And without you, the world would be a much worse place. And without you, this world would be a much worse place. And without you, this world would be a much worse place. Without you, this world would be a much worse place. Without you.
The hottest DJ.
Buddy Addison's here to make sweet, sweet love to your ears whenever the fuck I feel like it. Tune in to CBW and maybe if you're lucky, I'll be on.
Or just invite me over for a good time. No Outlet Live.
Hey, I'm Jay Remy, host of No Outlet Live. If you're in a podcast that explore any and everything, check us out. We stream anywhere you listen or watch podcasts, or just type No Outlet Live, one word, in your Google search bar to find the show. Live Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern Time on Facebook. No Outlet Live, your road to boredom ends here. Do you like Tessa? Do you think this will be a date that can last?
Well, she's not very articulate.
Come on! Your pizza! It's here!
It ain't delivery. It's the best podcast live on Saturdays.
You know it.
Alright, so
Now I want some pizza.
So you're back on No Outlet Live. We just went through some pretty good news stories. This was a good week for news with Anthony. But now, to Anthony's request, we actually do have a video segment lined up, and I did give us an intro for the video segment, Anthony.
Okay.
Are you like?
I'm going to regret this.
I'm excited.
Oh, why do you regret it? Why did I say that like a 3-year-old?
Why do you regret it?
Because you've got brain damage.
Does Anthony regret it?
He usually does.
Let's jump into it. Thank you.
J-Remy.
I'm here.
We will now read from the first chapter of the book of the Holy Prophet J. Remy.
On our first, we're going to open the book to chapter 420 because that's coming up in 4 days. Let's check out some fun video, and I want to see your guys' reaction. We're going to start with what my significant other has sent me.
What'd I send you? No.
So let's see what she got going here.
Oh God! Oh!
You might not like it, but this is what the peak male athletic form looks like, and there ain't a fucking thing you can do about it.
Yes, there is. I can avoid these videos.
Nah, that dude intimidates
Tell me that dude ain't sick, bro.
You might not like it, but this is what the peak male athletic form
Every woman
looks like, and there ain't a
watching
fucking
this
thing
is
you can
wet
do
right
about
now.
Leave some pussy for the rest of us, bro.
Dude, he does so. Hands in his
Look
pocket.
at this sick.
Hands in his pocket.
That's
You
a
might
big
not like
boy.
it, but this is what the peak male athletic form.
How much does he weigh doing this backflip?
Okay, is he serious or is he just shit
Did
talking?
he seriously just did that badass backflip
No,
with his
I'm
hands in his
serious.
pocket?
No, I mean,
Can you do a backflip out of a
That is
pool
peak male.
in rollerblades
No.
and land that
Skid,
that good?
Hands in your pocket.
And there
Just
ain't a
look
fucking
at this.
thing you can do about it.
That dude could take all of us right now. And
Dude,
not have
he's
a fight.
sick with it. Shoop. No problem. Zero
You
effort.
might not like it, but
You
this
think that
is
was
what the
first
peak-
try?
I think that was first
You
try.
gotta nail that on
I
first
think he was
try.
skating around there and it was like, dude, do something sweet for the vine. And he busted out that sick.
He's got-
Look at this guy.
He's got to be like not a pro skater, but like he's definitely been rollerblading for a while.
That's
not
a man.
easy.
That's a real man. Look at this. Look at this taco meat. He's got busting out shirtless like Bert Kreischer. And
Are you not
disgusting.
Are you not satisfied, Anthony?
No, I'm disgusted. What? I don't like being around people that arrogant in real life. I don't want to watch videos of them.
Let's check
But
out
he
this.
had arrogant for a reason. He backed it up. Oh.
Aquí llegó tu tiburón, 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 tiburón a la vista, vanilla.
Did you call that person Danny DeVito?
Danny DeVito's sister.
It's in a
Two hot girls and
In this
Is
thing.
that a girl or a guy? Because it looks like there's a dick.
This reminds me of that thing from the Lord of the Rings that
Golem.
Gollum.
Precious. It's looking for its cock ring.
No. Gollum was less disturbing from this.
Again.
Oh, I gotta stop playing that music. Look at this freak.
and he opens it with like grabbing his dick, so it's got to be a dick.
Yeah, that's a super creep.
Oh my god. The shit you find.
Cash, if you're watching this, what your mom finds on the internet. Oh, let's check this out. This looks fantastic.
Oh my god. That was the inspiration for Human Centipede.
It's a dogger's centipede.
Oh god.
Man,
That's an orgy. That's not even a threesome.
They were really going in. Look at this one in the front. Is so ashamed in itself. It looked at the camera like, dude, you ain't gonna help me.
How did they?
I didn't want to be filmed.
How the fuck did this even happen?
Boredom.
Sean's been in this situation.
I don't want to know how they got the dog to.
They
the
got
dogs to.
They got to be listening to that new Drake album.
And why? And
makes all the bitches want to fuck.
Dude, this is fantastic.
So that's all dudes, right? Nothing wrong, I guess, but
Maybe, I don't know. Girl dogs do that sometimes.
True, girl dogs do hump.
That's like a dominance play. And that one in the front is completely not dominant of the pack.
Looked like they all were dominated. No one looked like they enjoyed that. Oh, he's gonna feed a...
Aw.
It's a little goat.
Is that a goat?
Yeah, that's
Somebody's
a wild
about to
goat.
get hurt, I can tell.
Wow.
He's got some wild raspberries. Delicious.
Does that look like a wild goat, though?
Yeah. Oh, no, it's got a monkey on it.
What the fuck? That can't be wild. That has to be like...
Yeah, this is some... And that's a white person. There's no way.
There's a fucking little baby monkey on a little baby goat eating little baby blue raspberries out of someone white guy's or white girl's hands.
You know what? Actually, now I'm starting to remember. I remember researching something about these people. This monkey lost its mother.
Aww.
These people rescued it, and it clinged onto this goat.
Oh, for like the mama baby kind of.
Yeah, the comfort, because that's how they travel on their mother.
That's cute. So it's kind of looking at
So
the goat
they're
as
like, yeah, they're
new mom.
rehabilitating it.
Aw. That is cute how animals can do that.
Yeah.
They can be there for one another even though they're not in the same species.
Yeah, and they do that with us.
I've seen pictures of an elephant carrying a lion cub in its under its trunk.
Yep.
Like, and
dude.
And the mom lion is walking next to it, and the caption read that somehow the elephant knew that the baby lion, the lion cub, was gonna die if it had to get to the nearest water source on its own. So somehow the elephant carried the cub to... Oh, no.
I think this is it.
No,
this is some bullshit.
No,
This is
that's
some of that
a lion
bullshit.
cub dies tragically after being attacked by an elephant. That's the exact opposite of being saved by an elephant.
Yeah, that one. How?
This?
Yeah, that.
Oh, I saw that. Unfortunately, this was fake.
Is it?
Yeah.
This is super fake.
It was faked. Unfortunately.
So what did somebody...
Photoshopped it. I remember this coming out, and I even was like, that's crazy as fuck. You'll have to...
Excessive, and the cub was great difficulty
It's
walking.
a good story.
It is a good story, but that's not...
We help each other out like that with
Elephants
people
don't
and
really
with
like
animals.
lions. I think I've seen elephants help a lot of animals. See, not usually the lion.
No.
Yeah. Now the
like
elephant would be
enemies.
like... The elephant would be like...
Stomp it.
Fuck you. You're in my world, you're a tyrant.
You killed my cousin last week. And it would stomp
Right.
it to shit.
Or like the Lion King, the whole thing with the lions being charged. That's not the circle of life.
Yeah.
That's a reign of terror.
Okay,
They're running by fear. They're ruling by fear, not respect.
We're back to my video.
We were wondering if dogs could jump over fences earlier.
Look at this dog has a helicopter tail. It can fly like tails on Sonic.
Ah, it did. I didn't even notice its tail.
You know, I didn't notice that character's name is a pun.
What is its name?
Tails. His name is
Oh, yeah.
Miles per hour.
Yeah.
As in miles per hour.
This dog's half kangaroo.
Dude, that is such an amazing dog.
That is funny how its tail kind of goes like a little helicopter.
It's so cute.
I don't know. Some of with the dogs I've had
Give it a
over the
little boost.
years, like, I'm grateful that none of them could do that.
No, I don't think I've ever met a dog that could do that. That dog had hops. That's Airbud.
Yeah,
that was Airbud's stunt dog.
Yeah, that's
Oh my God.
That's one thing cats can do. They can jump and get into places dogs never could. But fortunately, they're not hyperactive enough to do any damage. Otherwise,
Son hears crazy noise, strange noise. Then this happens,
dude.
Well,
so
I recommend shooting in the general direction of the noise.
I've had these reactions in my life, and it is so crazy when you dodge death.
What? Whoa!
You see that? He jumped out of the pool and he screamed at his mom. He said, "I hear something weird over there. There was that noise." She gets up in
like
a split second,
Yeah.
and she would have had her head crushed.
What was that?
It's a tree.
No.
Boom!
Oh my God! It would have crushed her whole body. It literally goes along the whole
body.
Lay down. She's laying down on like one of those
Dude, she would have been so
pool
fucked
chairs.
up.
It would have fell. Oh my
Boom!
god. Dude, it's literally a split second. That's some Final Destination shit.
Her son
And now
saved
somebody,
the hell
and now,
out of her.
and now someone else is gonna had to die that day that wasn't going to.
I know. the Grim Reaper in the back, like, bitch.
Ah, son of.
If I was that son, I'd be like, hey, Mom, can I have an Xbox now? Since I just saved your life.
Yeah, I just saved your entire life. You
Can I
owe
get
me
a-
everything.
Can I get an Xbox at McDonald's?
How about you let me drive up to McDonald's right now?
For the next year, every time she's like, Jason, get inside, he's gonna be like, bitch, I saved your life.
I saved your whole life.
And then she would respond with the standard mom threat of, I brought you into this world, I can take you out.
I gave you life, I'll take yours. I'd be like, motherfucker, Mom, don't make me start going to the back and sawing the trees now.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of wondering how the hell that happened.
That was scary as hell. Probably just coincidence. Nature.
Very coincidental.
Yeah, but it's
like, was it happen when like a tree falls on your car and totals it, and they're like, oh, that's
act of God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the act of God thing, and they won't give you no insurance money.
No.
So what happens if you actually die from that?
God owes your family. You sue God. You gotta sue God for
somebody
for
did
manslaughter.
People have actually tried that.
To sue God?
Yeah, for real. Among other reasons,
Anyone ever win?
No. The thing is, judges have to write
fucking cheap ass God.
Well, that's the thing. Judges have to write clear legal reasons for their rulings. They're not allowed to just be like, what the fuck? This case is bullshit. I can't believe this guy's wasting the court's time.
I'd be like, that cocksucker took my mom.
No. Some state senator in Nebraska tried to sue God for failure to prevent natural disasters. Guess what the judge said?
That's funny. What?
He said you could go F yourself right up the B butt.
Among other things, the judge said, well,
exact words,
since God does not have a known physical address,
bitch, the Pope.
It would be
the
Forward
Vatican.
that shit to the Pope.
It would be impossible to deliver a subpoena. And surprisingly, his lawyer did not make the argument, well, what about all those churches that refer to themselves as a house of God?
Yeah.
Couldn't the Almighty pick up his mail there?
I'd be like, I'll look up Joel Osteen's fucking number right now.
He does have the biggest house of God.
I fucking will get some money out of this religion.
And some prisoner in Pennsylvania tried to sue the devil. Yeah, and
you could sue the devil.
And the judge was like,
yeah, I don't
well,
see nothing wrong with that.
This case is probably not within the court's jurisdiction as the Dark Lord probably does not live within the Western District of Pennsylvania.
I'd be like, excuse me, Your Honor, I beat this motherfucker in a fiddle contest and he never paid up.
In that case, you would need to file with the Georgia
I'm
court.
looking for a personal lawsuit and
that
back
was a
pay.
Georgia case.
Me and my buddy Jack Black, we totally destroyed him. We made the greatest song in the world.
And we sent him back to hell.
Oh, you ever seen that ad when Satan met 2020? That was a fucking laugh riot.
No, what's that?
Yeah, so it's an ad for Match.com where Satan.
Oh, we played that on the show.
Yeah. He meets the girl and he's like, "Hi, 2020," and she goes, "Call me 2020."
Oh my god!
And then for dates, they have a picnic on a football field in an empty stadium. They watch a movie in an empty theater. They work out in an empty gym. They steal toilet paper.
Enjoying the pandemic.
And they take a selfie in front of a dumpster fire,
God.
which is... And then at the end of it, she's being interviewed, and she's like, well, yeah, I've dated worse guys than him. At least he's famous.
Oh, shit. Are they stealing baby supplies? Oh, let her steal it. Did she steal the baby stroller or the stuff in it?
She took a baby stroller into the grocery store
smart.
and loaded it with a full turkey, ham, all kinds of stuff. And this dude was not playing that shit.
Those people get paid minimum wage to fucking try to retrieve stolen property for billionaires and CEOs. Let them steal that ham.
That dude
dude
might be the manager. We don't know.
No, hold on.
It ain't enough money to put yourself in that harm. What if that girl pulled out a gun and started shooting?
Look at this guy. He has a headset.
I know. He's got that Bluetooth. I'm loss prevention. My name's Ben.
Yeah. So
Benny and retrieve.
Benny and
product.
retrieval.
Yeah, you know, I've read Target might be smarter about this.
Yeah, they can't do nothing.
I've read Target has this thing where, like, they've got loss prevention watching people all the time. They will let people steal shit from their stores several times until they've stolen enough that it's a felony.
Yeah,
Dude, look how hard this guy fights for this, though.
He's insane. There's no baby in here. Bitches ain't no
Look
baby.
at him. Look at it. Look how he rips it. He's like, bitch, give me all. Get the fuck out of here.
Wait a minute. Was that a dog? At the very end.
No, I think that's like a long ham or something. It's something weird.
One of them long hams.
Yeah, one of them long hams.
One of them Sam's Club's long hams. You know, the Super Saver place.
Okay, yeah, it was merch.
Yeah, turkey.
Or maybe this guy just wants to fight someone in general, and he's jumping on this because he can get away with it.
That dude had a bad year.
Yeah, so
he was ready to swing with a woman.
Yeah, and
stealing ham in a baby stroller.
And he knows in this case, he's
go.
not. Yeah, he's not going to get in trouble, so that's why he wants to fight.
I bet he still. I mean, I don't know if he did, but he could get in trouble. You can't be putting your hands on people like that.
You know what? You got a very valid point there, because
if she would have, the minute someone grabbed my fucking baby stroller and started going like this, I would have went, ah! And I would have fell harder than LeBron James. And I would have been like, my neck, my back, my pussy, and my crack. I need all the money.
But then he could accuse her of sexually harassing him. I don't know.
I'd be like, look at you, Baldy.
I think it depends on where you're at, because in LA, you're allowed to steal like $900 worth of merchandise from any place that is in business there,
they can't stop you
without being persecuted.
And like Anthony said, a lot of places will just keep record of you on camera, and then they save it, compile it, and then after you've stolen enough that counts as a federal felony or just a felony, then that's when they get you, and they're like, yeah, we know you just stole soap, but for the last year, you've been stealing all this other shit, and it's been $100 here, $100 here, and it's now $2,000. It's a felony.
Now, I don't think in Cleveland, Ohio, where we're based out of,
I don't know where.
I don't think that'll work here. Like, if you're stealing what that lady had in the baby stroller, I don't think you're getting away with that. But like in places like California, LA in general, they'll let you go. In New York, they'll let you go with assault.
They actually have in LA and Chicago and other places that I don't know how long they have, but they have crime rings where it's like 40 plus people will dress up in black and they just go hit a jewelry store. They just smash the window, grab and go, or they'll go to like a Walgreens or a CVS or something and just they'll all rush in at once, steal as much as they can, and then just book it.
Did you hear what the new thing is?
What?
The new thing is that people will see you come out of a grocery store and then follow you home. And then when you get out of your car to go get your groceries,
they'll rob you? Or?
They run up on you in ski masks and they hold you at gunpoint for your car.
Oh.
And that's becoming a huge thing.
That sucks.
I think it's huge in LA right now. And people are worried that other cities' criminals are going to see that and follow suit.
Well, we just gave all the listeners some great ideas.
Yeah, I just want. Okay, I'm gonna be a
get rich quick scheme.
I'm gonna be
the listeners out there. Be sure to share.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the closest thing we have to a lawyer on this show. No Outlet Live does not condone, endorse, or encourage this behavior. We just discuss that certain things exist. If you're dumb enough to act on it, that's your own fucking problem.
That is like a crazy thing, though, to be able to. I don't see myself working for a grocery store and going that hard over their groceries. That's why I'll never work there, because if somebody's stealing that much food in a baby stroller, you can just have it.
They need it.
Well, you could justify...
They're desperate. That's desperation.
Yeah, you could justify your own lack of responding to that. You could just be like, well, I was sure she could conceal a weapon in there, too. Yeah,
I thought she might have had a weapon. I didn't want to risk my life.
Yeah, I worked retail security briefly, guarding a Marks store unarmed, and I don't think I would have gotten...
No.
Yeah, and I was positioned right at the entrance exit, and there's only one indoor and one outdoor, and the idea was that somebody coming in to shoplift might think twice if they have to walk past someone in a uniform to do it, and for the most part, that was accurate.
She wasn't feeling that way on that day. She walked right past that dude with the headset.
He had no fear.
And he went ham.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the other hand, it was eventually determined that someone did plan a robbery around me. Anyway, yeah, some guy who had been apparently casing the place and had, actually just...
where is this? Like
the Mark's store in Chapel Hill, Cuyahoga Falls. So this guy had been a regular customer, bought things, went unnoticed by everyone until one night, he bought something, and when the cashier opened the register, he reached in, grabbed all the cash he could, and just ran out of there, got away with about $1,100. But I got a commendation from loss prevention over this incident because they saw on the camera, and this was a register right by where I would have been sitting. They saw on the camera that he looked over there to make sure I wasn't there. And then he did it. And they were like, good job, Anthony. This guy was afraid to try anything while you were there.
Yeah, he made to look sure to be like, okay, good, he's not there. Go.
Put that size 8 shoe right in his ass.
Yeah, and that's when I was unarmed. So just think of how many people I made think twice when I had a pistol, baton, pepper spray, and handcuffs.
Right. Would you have stopped him if you saw him?
Probably. I mean,
unarmed, what would you have done? Tackle him? Or?
Yeah, would you?
What would you do?
Well, that's the thing. I would have
just
stood in front and been like, look, you just committed a felony. Do you want to commit another one?
You can't stand there. What if he got physical with you? Like, no, I'm leaving with this money. Because usually, if you got the balls to reach in a register when it gets opened and snatch money,
it's like fight or flight.
You're going to fight your way out of that door. So you would be in a physical altercation.
So you would try to talk to him first off. You wouldn't go right to hands on.
Yeah, correct. If for anybody working with security, trying to talk your way down is going to help you
de-escalate.
Yeah, because even if you completely fail there, it still looks a lot better on you when there's an investigation. And like, I even acted as friendly as I could when I was guarding Social Security lobbies on the expectation that if something happens and I do have to beat the shit out of somebody, they're going to be interviewing witnesses. And maybe this gets one of them to say, well, that guard was so nice before. He was friendly and talkative. I don't think he wanted to beat the living shit out of that man, but that man made it necessary.
It's like you get a fucking beautiful news piece out of it.
Yeah.
Just come in every Friday bringing donuts, and then they're like, that guy, the donut guy, beat the shit out of the robber.
Honestly, yeah, I had a guy walk into the Worcester Social Security office, walked up to the sign-in computer and said, am I supposed to punch the screen? And I thought, oh, good God, I'm going to have to beat or shoot this motherfucker. and then I was going to go viral. Security guard beats mentally challenged man. Now it helps.
It wouldn't be that story. It'd be mentally challenged security guard beats mentally challenged man.
Yeah, well, either way, it helped that this guy it helped that he wasn't old. He was not physically disabled. Now, he was a little taller than me, but skinny, so I was thinking, okay, he's not going to be too sympathetic of a victim if it goes that far.
You're like, I could take him.
And then it turned out, and this would have totally changed how I assessed him if I'd known, he was actually illiterate.
Oh, what?
Yeah,
so that's why he needed to punch the screen.
Yeah, and he also asked me to sign him in, and then which I didn't even know if I was allowed to do, so I did. But the whole time I was sitting there thinking, God, I hope this guy doesn't do anything stupid.
So it wasn't until the end when or after a few things he said he was illiterate, and then you're like, oh, okay, that makes more sense.
He didn't even tell me. The Social Security employee that interviewed him told me, and I'm like,
that's kind of some stuff that could help in some like social situations where you're not like thinking like the whole time, what the fuck is with this?
And this other time,
excuse me, I'm illiterate. And then you're like, oh.
This other time, I had a lady in another Social Security office that was like the total opposite. She
read really well,
waved, called me over, and she handed me a card that said, "My name is, and I am deaf, and I might need assistance." And then that whole time, I thought, okay, this woman is smart, and she knows how to handle this shit to avoid misunderstandings like that guy at the other office.
It just slips you a note, I am become deaf.
No, it said, I am deaf.
Oh, deaf.
Yeah.
I thought you said, I am death. I was like, I'd be so scared if an old lady slipped me a note that said, I am death. I'd be like, please don't take me.
Yeah, because
I think she was deaf.
Yeah, because if the Reaper, if the Reaper had shown up anywhere I was working, I'd have been like, Well, I'm not going to be able to stop him.
A nice, smiling, frail old lady just slips you a note, and you're like, hi, and then you read it, it's death.
I am death.
And you look at her, she's like, I'm going to eat your soul.
Yeah, that's what Oppenheimer was alleged to have said when at the atomic bomb testing. I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah, that's why I said it. It's like that movie. You might remember it. The one where they're all trapped in the elevator. One's the devil, and it's the grandma, the oldest lady.
I've never heard of that one.
No, I can't remember.
I don't think I've heard of that.
That sounds more like an episode of The Twilight Zone. It would work better as
sounds
that
like one
than
of
a
them
full-length
kinky
movie.
pornos that Sean watches.
You know, they did make a porno off it, but I'm talking about the real movie. Hold on. Yeah, it kind of is like a Twilight Zone. I think it was like a story idea that they just full blown into a movie. But it was cool. It had what's his name, Michael Pena or something.
Pena. Oh yeah.
It's just called Devil. A group of people are trapped in an elevator, and the lights start going out, and shit starts going weird, and then like the lights will go out, and they're like, and then like the lights will go back on, and someone will be brutally dead, and you're like, what the fuck? And it starts to figure out one of them. Spoiler alert, but yeah, one of them. 2010 movie. One of them's the devil. It's the old lady.
Okay, was it an indie film or
no
low budget? Was there anyone else in there that I might recognize?
Let's see, the Devil movie 2010. There isn't too much people. It's from M. Night Shyamalan.
Or Shambles on. Yeah.
So Bokeem Woodbine is in it. He's a great actor. He's the guard. Nope, none of these names you'd really know. None of these names even I really know.
I might, but
okay.
I'm not like most people.
Logan Marshall.
You could say that
Chris
again.
Messina, Bojana Nokovic, Jenny O'Hara, Caroline DeVernaz.
Some of them sound familiar.
Any of them?
I made up all those names.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm kidding. Those I just wanted to...
Did any of them work on The Simpsons?
No.
so it's
damn, he knew it. He knew it right away.
Michael Pena, I could see maybe is high profile enough that he could do a guest voice if he wanted to, and they basically let any celebrity who asks guest voices themselves,
right.
And it's like a 1-minute cameo as themselves. Now, sometimes it's funny, like when Bart and Lisa met J.K. Rowling, and Lisa's like, how does the series end? He grows up and marries you. Is that what you want to hear? And she's like, yes.
Don't. All right, let's move on to another slick video.
Is this going to make me envy the blind like the last one did?
Oh, yeah.
We will now read from the first chapter of the book of the Holy Prophet J. Remy.
When you whisper into the mic, we can all hear it.
Yeah, I'm talking about what was coming into my headphones.
Oh, man. So this video is unavailable. I'm not allowed to play this no more. I must have got deleted off.
Can't get that porno to play?
It must have been
taken
something
off.
sick.
We don't hit daddy.
Oh,
get
dude.
My bab. What the fuck?
Get my fucking Go get him.
Avery, listen to me. You had a baba, no more baba.
You had a baba.
Get my fucking baba, daddy.
She knows. She knows how to get what she wants.
Dude.
Get my fucking baba, daddy.
Yeah, kids are like parrots. They'll repeat anything you say.
Now, Avery, I have a nephew named Avery, but that also could be a female name.
It's both.
So this could be a boy or a girl. Whatever it is, that child knows what the hell it wants.
Get my
Say,
fucking
get my
baba,
fucking
daddy.
baba daddy, and would not stop saying
I'm
it.
not laying down. I'm not
He was
going
like,
to bed.
lay down. Get my fucking baba.
Get my fucking
So
baba,
it's either a
daddy.
blanket
Start
or
pointing,
stuffed animal.
Start pointing behind him. Get my fucking
Yeah.
baba, daddy. And
Yeah.
standing up higher every
That's a
time
boss,
he said it.
dude. That's a boss ass kid.
At first he asked nice, Daddy, get my baba.
Yeah.
Avery, you've already had a baba. Daddy, get my fucking
Get my
baby.
fucking baba.
Now
Keep
I'm
my
wondering
baba
what-
out your fucking mouth.
Now I'm wondering what the fuck the baba is. Like,
I would say like
baba.
maybe
It's
bottle,
milk.
baba, like
Yeah,
bottle.
warm milk.
If I had to guess,
now that's
baba.
that's a future alcoholic in the making.
No.
Lay down.
Maybe a milk addict.
Somebody, daddy, get my fucking baba daddy.
Get my fucking baba daddy.
And dad's just like, lay down.
He's like,
daddy.
dude, go to fucking sleep. I'm so tired of hearing this
Lay
shit.
down
Get my fucking baba daddy.
Honestly, I'm
You're in the
surprised
other
nobody's
room.
selling tranquilizer darts for parents to use on children.
I wish they
you
did.
You gotta put the, what's it called? You gotta put the Benadryl. You gotta take it out and put
the
all
melatonin.
Yeah, melatonin and Benadryl and put it in their fucking baba.
NyQuil.
Imagine had the tobacco industry been immune to prostitute being sued. Come on.
Wait, rewind that again.
Just listen to what Joe Biden says here.
Just imagine.
Oh, yeah, wait, what?
Imagine had the tobacco industry been immune to prostitute being sued. Come on.
That brings a good point. The tobacco industry had a lot of prostitutes that weren't immune to being sued, and just imagine.
Well, actually, no, wait. Prostitution's illegal, so
But on the tobacco industry.
Well, prostitutes can't be sued because
they're immune.
Yeah, they're immune to being sued because they get arrested. It's kind of
one more time. Let's try to make sense of this.
It's as Homer Simpson would put it: being the defendant gets you out of jury duty.
Don't.
So he says.
Just imagine.
Imagine had the tobacco industry been immune to prostitute being sued.
But they weren't
Come
immune.
On.
So
Good God, we have
he did bust a pretty good rhyme.
Come on.
Now listen to this. Imagine had the tobacco industry been immune to prostitute being sued. Come on.
That needs to be rapified or whatever.
I'd like to think maybe his speechwriter just fucked up and he was just reading it as written.
No, because he's done this too many times for that to be the case.
The writer guy, the prompt guy was writing, imagine had the tobacco industry been immune, and then he started answering a text, like the voicing, and he's like, hey Bobby, what's wrong with you? He's like, fucking prostitute being sued. And then it went on there. Biden's like, immune to prostitute being sued, and Bobby's like, oh shit, no, I'm getting sued by a prostitute, fuck.
or like that part in Bruce Almighty when he changes the teleprompter and Steve Carell's on there going, a massive tidal wave in Kuala Lumpur.
My tiny little nipples.
No, you know what? You guys are actually bringing up a good point. I wonder how many people that are in his like
inner circle.
In the inner circle, because there are specific people that run teleprompters and shit for presidents.
Yeah.
And maybe that these people are toying with him. Who's to say that they're not?
That brings up a good, funny story. I forget exactly who it was, but there was this famous thing with Obama. Obama was talking, and some guy was like, yeah, I'm an interpreter. I'm an ASL interpreter or whatever.
Oh, no.
And he was fake. So Obama's talking the whole time, and the dude's just going like this, and all the deaf people are like, what the fuck is going on? What is he doing, and what's Obama saying?
This guy is sign languaging gibberish.
And he gets paid, and then after the fact, they're like, oh, what the fuck, dude? You're fake? He's like, yeah.
Or, I also understand there's an ASL sign where, and I'm not making this up, that goes like this. And I'm like,
oh, I love
that
that
one. What the fuck
one.
are they saying with that one?
They're saying, fuck you.
It is funny to see like how easily those circles could just be like fucked with and
easily
infiltrated.
manipulated.
Yeah. They don't even do any vetting. Some guy's like, yeah, I could talk to deaf people. They're like, fuck it, throw him on.
Hire him, he's
Throw him on
cheap.
national TV. Yeah.
Yeah, and since ASL is so not very well known, like
that's exactly, no one vets them.
Yeah, they need to hire an ASL speaker to figure out if other ASL applicants are bullshit.
As an interviewer, the interviewer should be able to do it.
Yeah.
Like in the interview process, you could sign, you could interpret, and the guy's like, yeah, or woman's like, yeah. Then the interviewer's like, all right, sign 3 things to me.
Yeah, this
like imagine you're watching like a really big presidential debate, and there's a guy off to the side just like,
yeah, just throwing.
Have you ever seen the Dictator?
And you're at home watching that with your family, like, what the fuck just happened?
There's somebody throwing up gang signs and shit, like
just blood, just writing blood with their hand.
You ever seen that Sacha Baron Cohen movie, The Dictator?
Yeah,
where he gets replaced with this dumbass doppelganger who gets sent to the UN to do this big speech on behalf of the real one, and then he just like stands up and and pisses in the water jug, and then like he bows forward and like falls off the stage, and the analysts are like, so he's saying the world will bow down to Adia.
Trying to interpret it.
and then he walks up and like offers the piss-filled jug to the Israeli delegation.
All right, let's get into a couple more videos. We're about to end here in a little bit, but I do have a few more, I think. Okay. So this one really got me. This is Extreme Pogo.
Oh, boy. Oh, I've seen...
Extreme Pogo. Looks pretty intense, dude. Very dangerous.
People get really hurt with this.
Yes, this is super dangerous.
Oh, thank God. I was hoping we're not watching one where they get
There's
hurt.
no fails in this. I was going to go find them, but I figured let's start us off with people that are doing talented, cool shit. Look at that.
Flips off of fucking...
Almost smacked his head on the roof.
That's gotta be so scary. Like, imagine you're hanging with your friends. You're like, yo, bro, y'all want to go pogoing tonight?
Yeah.
Like, me and my friends used to skateboard. I wasn't ever good. But can you imagine instead of going to skate or anything with your friends, you're like, y'all want to go pogoing?
Yeah, at least with a skateboard, you got that solid base with 4 wheels on it.
Yeah, this is
wild.
wild.
On a fucking stick.
Yeah.
That's crazy, isn't it?
So do people like practice this
Look
like the way a violinist would? Or...
And they're using pro pogos. Look how thick they are.
Yeah,
I didn't know there
like
was such
skateboarding.
I didn't know there was such a thing as pro pogos.
Yeah, I've seen it
neither.
before, but it's crazy that they do shit like this. It's like scootering.
Yeah, you'd think this would be a little more well known.
Oh my God.
Like, is there?
Yeah, you think you would see it in more neighborhoods, like a kid's got an extreme pogo or whatever, but you don't see this very often.
That's scary.
Or
it is scary.
Or maybe the next addition to ESPN's X Games. We don't know.
Dude, it could be.
Yeah. On the other hand, how would
this
you?
could be the beginning of.
It would suck. It would suck if you pogo up in the air and you don't immediately land well, because imagine just falling like 10 plus feet on your ankles.
Oh, you're
straight on your
shattering.
ankles.
On the other hand, how would you score it? It would be like...
I want to know how this dude just saved his balls a second ago. Hold on. Just look at his nuts about to get annihilated.
Is it possible that's...
He looks like he got a little butted.
Is it possible maybe that's happened to him enough that he's gotten desensitized?
Maybe.
I don't doubt it.
Like his nuts are calloused.
Yeah. Wow.
Just beat that bag.
Or maybe he's like wearing...
Rub it on tree bark once a day.
Or maybe he's like wearing...
Tree bark.
Or maybe he's like actually wearing a cup under his pants. We don't...
Sandpapers it every morning.
Okay.
You can only hope.
Uh-oh, robots.
Here goes some more robot stuff for us.
They're going to replace the NBA. No way.
This is from Toyota.
That's scary.
Watch what this thing can do. Look, it passed the ball.
No way he's going to shoot.
Look at it.
I would much rather watch robot basketball.
Bang.
Oh, wow.
Nothing but net.
I was going to say not even backboard. Damn.
Half court. Bang. Wow. Nothing but net. Toyota's building robots that are figuring out cool ass shit.
I'd love to see LeBron go against this.
LeBron would destroy this robot. The shoes are about the same, but LeBron would destroy it.
That robot would just like grab his face and just
crush it.
Yeah, LeBron would destroy this robot, but it's probably the stepping stone to building one that he can't compete.
Yeah, this is the beta. This is just the prototype. The real one has rockets.
This is the robot that is going to become the first Terminator.
I'd be scared as fuck of that.
Dude, yeah, me too.
His tiny little head.
Or like the next couple versions, like you'll have one that'll be able to dunk from the opposite side of the court.
Oh,
it's very technical and
that
accurate.
can dunk.
It can dribble, it can pass the ball, and it can hit a dead-on shot.
Yeah, you can't run from it. You can't run
Pete.
from it. You try to run it, just throw something at you, and it hits you in the head, and you're knocked out.
Well, imagine you give that thing a gun.
It just does not miss.
It don't miss ever. It's just headshots.
You're running over
forever.
here, and it's like, and then you fucking like run into it.
No hesitation.
Yeah. It's all computers and physics in its head, so it's drawing it out with like lines and shit.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, I just hope. I'd hope it doesn't go the way you're thinking it will. But
that's scary, dude. That's scary.
Have people learned nothing from Battlestar Galactica?
All right, so end of the show. I wanted to bring up a wrestling thing for Anthony. You used to watch wrestling a lot growing up, right?
I did.
So I watched a lot of wrestling, and I didn't realize how much I was getting indoctrinated. Did you watch wrestling when you were growing up, Sean?
Yeah, about like mid to late 90s, I would say. Brock Lesnar.
Boy, I'm coming. Seth Rollins, I'm coming for you, boy. And I'm coming hard.
I don't care. You come in my face, I'm gonna fight you.
Whoa.
Brutus, take a look at this. Brutus, this is incredible. What a package.
Well, you're not gonna bust a nut anytime we're in the ring.
After I beat you and satisfy all the Hulkamaniacs, I'm gonna get off by cranking your knob just a little beyond the breaking point.
Oh my God.
But I want it too, and I had to fight inch for inch to get this, and I'm not about to lay down on my back and let someone cover me.
I thank you very much.
I'm gonna bust a nut anytime we're in the ring.
Even he caught it.
After I beat you and satisfy all the Hulkamaniacs, I'm gonna get off by cranking your
See it on
knob
his face. He's like, did I really just say that?
I'm gonna crank you
just a little beyond the breaking point.
Yeah.
But I want it too, and I had to fight inch for inch to get this, and I'm not about to lay down on my back and let someone cover me.
I thank you very much.
I wonder how many kids he has.
We're gonna be right back.
Look how serious.
I'm gonna have to apologize ahead of time because I'm gonna stretch his ass like it's never been stretched before.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh yeah,
what?
I'm thinking of someone else. I thought that was Diamond Dallas Page for a minute.
Yeah, he had longer hair.
Oh shit.
On his knees. This one a long way from being over.
Absolutely, this is just warm
Yes.
right here.
Chris Kelly, I tell you what. When I get my hands on you, I'm gonna eat your ass like a pot of collard greens, baby.
Again, you can see it on their faces.
Oh shit, Lita?
Did you hear what they said? When,
No, what?
When Stu got pulled off the ladder.
What'd they say?
Hold on.
Shawn
Jerking
Michaels,
it off.
you can hide behind that commissioner's stuff just so long until I jerk a knot in your ass.
Oh my God.
I think Vince McMahon might have some repressed homosexual tendencies.
Coming from behind.
Oh,
As
Sting's
far as
coming.
Bischoff goes, I'm gonna eat his ass.
And Mark Henry is handling the Big Johnson.
I started out fighting in this barn when I was a little
Okay,
boy.
who's that guy?
And I don't care if my last fight is in this barn. Jimmy Garvin, you touched me in a personal way you never touched me before.
Oh my God.
That's interesting.
Oh.
And you step up.
Oh.
And if you don't think I'm big enough, brother, then you grab a hold of me. And you'll know that I'm growing, my man. Within your hands, I will get as big as I need to be. As big as I need to be to do the job on you. Now, it doesn't take a very big snake to do the job.
He succeeded. He was successful in just using his mouth to get the man off.
Seth Rollins.
Okay, that's okay.
The amount of guys that were saying they want to eat another guy's asshole.
You can
It's just disturbing.
like I was saying, Sean, you can actually see it on their faces. Like Hulk's like, when I satisfy all the Hulkamaniacs, and there's that split second where it registered in his brain exactly what he was saying.
Yeah, like they gotta know halfway or towards the end, like, ah, fuck, I'm saying this and I can't really stop.
You ever seen that backstage scene where Vince McMahon walks up Booker T and he walks up John Cena and says, "What's good, my?" and then says
And then
a
Vince-
certain racial slur, and then
Doesn't Vince McMahon repeat it back?
And then John Cena just does this double take, like he's like you gotta wonder if he really didn't know that was in the script. And then wrestler Booker T was kind of off to the other side, and the camera shows him, and he's got this big wide-eyed look. And it was some good acting from John Cena and Booker T, because I couldn't tell whether or not they knew he was gonna say that.
I'm sure they did, but it's still insane that Vince McMahon said it.
Yeah, and this was uncensored.
I was just about to ask.
I just gotta say, I hope there's a special place in hell for Vince McMahon.
I remember
Do you
seeing
really
it.
think that, or are you just mocking me?
I remember seeing it live, and I couldn't remember if it was uncensored or not. It was uncensored, right?
Oh, that was super uncensored.
I thought so. I thought I remembered seeing it live.
Yeah, the people that work for this guy are gonna be like, wow, this dude is
Yeah.
Cool.
When you were asking me about like how OG with wrestling is, not all the time, but a few times I used to go to the when it was the Gund Arena or the Q or whatever it was before, and we would go there and see tapings and wrestlings and stuff. The last time I was there, I saw The Rock fight Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like that's how like
I saw The Rock at a SummerSlam.
Really?
I went to a SummerSlam in
wow.
Detroit back in 2001 maybe.
That was probably around the time when I was there, like 2000, 2001.
When I saw The Rock, he
but...
wasn't what he is today. He was like a slim, normal-sized guy, and I got to see him in person headed to the stage because I was going to the bathroom in the arena.
Yeah, and he was, at the time, The Rock was only popular in wrestling. He might have done like 1 or 2 movies, but
he didn't do nothing big like that. He was a wrestler.
Yeah, he was. This is when he started to make like Walking Tall with Johnny Knoxville. Like people were like, "Oh, you can be a wrestler actor," but now he's like the most highest paid.
He was
actor
famous
ever.
for lifting his eyebrow at that time.
Can you smell it?
Yeah, and they eating pussy mannerism
the most
thing.
electrifying man. He was just the most obnoxious and entertaining wrestler that's
he was
been
very
for a while.
entertaining.
And then he moved that into acting because he was a good actor.
Yeah, one of his first acting roles was ironically on Star Trek Voyager. For some reason.
Wasn't he like a Klingon or
no,
what was he?
No. Somehow they, and I haven't actually seen this episode, they worked wrestling into a Star Trek Voyager script.
I could imagine that. What's his name? Shatner had to fight one of those lizards when he got on the like rock planet.
Yeah, but that
was like hand-to-hand combat too. Like
yeah, that
goofy
was the one that's legendary for like the bad acting where Kirk picks up a rock, throws it at the lizard creature. It hits him in the stomach. He doesn't react, and then you can see the actor react when the rock hits the ground. Like, oh, I was supposed to move.
Oh shit, I missed my cue.
And then they were like, don't worry, nobody's gonna watch this show anyway.
So I could see why they would. I could see how they would incorporate wrestling, not obviously seamlessly, but
and talking about not seamlessly. We are going to have to end this episode. I really thank and appreciate all of you for watching and listening. I really appreciate our new permanent cast member bi-weekly, Sean Bayhoff, in the house.
Thank you. I'm really honored and glad to be here with you guys.
And of course, Anthony Miano. Check out his book, The Changing of the Gods. You can find it on Amazon. You can find him around the city doing book signings. He is a certified publisher.
Copyrighted author.
You are the man when it comes to anything with historical gods.
Thank you.
And that is what it is. This is NoOutletLive, and we'll see you guys next week. Make sure you find us everywhere, and don't forget to check out flathousepress.com and Guardian Roadside Solutions. If you're in the Cleveland area and you're stuck on the road, call 440-833-6000, and he'll get you right. And they also do vehicle detailing. They will tow you. They got everything you need. Tell them J. Remy sent you, and we'll see you next week, bitches.
Stay tuned. No Outlet Live. We'll be right back. We'll see you next time. This has been No Outlet Live.